In today's video, we're going to be covering 5 tested and trusted business models that you can actually use to get started making money online in the year 2026. This video is for you if you are planning to change your finances in the year 2026. This video is for you if you've been meaning to start a business or a side hustle that pays you passive income or active income. This video is for you if you are tired of being scammed by many fake gurus online who keep promising you quick wins and massive returns, and at the end of it, they end up leaving you frustrated. Without wasting much of the time, I'll be going straight into it. The first business model I'm going to talk about is drop shipping. I know many of us must have heard the term drop shipping before, and basically what it entails is you acting as a middleman between suppliers and buyers. So the entire concept of the business is that you figure out who has the products that you actually want to start selling, and you figure out who is trying to get those particular products, and then the buyers place their orders with you. You basically are the interface between. So you charge the buyers a higher amount, and then you take a cut from each sale or order that you place to the supplier. Now you could be the one responsible for doing the shipping if it's a physical product, or it could be the supplier, whichever the case may be. And I know that a good number of you might be asking the question, I thought dropshipping is no longer relevant. Well, here's one thing you need to understand. Popularity is not necessarily the same thing as profitability. So the fact that a particular business model is no longer as popular as it used to be, because I know for a fact that there was a time when dropshipping was everywhere, every single person wanted to get into dropshipping, but now it's no longer as popular as it used to be, does not mean that it is no longer profitable. The idea of each of these business models I'm going to be sharing in this video is that these business models are that are built on the fundamental of business, meaning that they meet the criteria that I personally would use to judge a profitable business, which is that there is a demand, and on the other end there are people who are willing to supply that demand. Now it doesn't matter the year. I personally believe that dropshipping is a business model that will forever remain profitable, because there will always be people looking to buy things. Now your own job will be to figure out a way to do it in such a way that you are not like everybody else. So figure out how to differentiate yourself from the crowd, and then you are good to go. The second business model I'm going to talk about is the agency business model. And basically what the agency business model is all about, an organization which is a group of 2 or more people who actually specialize in solving a particular problem or a host of different problems, usually in a related niche for a particular type of people. Meaning that it could be a graphic design agency, it could be a motion design agency, it could be a video editing agency, it could be a marketing agency, it could be a content writing agency, it could be anything. This business model is hinged on you being able to gather a team of people who specialize in solving a particular type of problem that is predominant amongst a category of people, which we usually refer to as your target audience. Now for the agency model, you can decide to serve 2 different categories of people, which could be businesses or consumers. What that means is that you can either be solving the problem for a business or you are solving the problem for a consumer. The third business model I'm going to be covering is freelancing. Freelancing is one style of doing business that has been around for a very long time, and I personally believe it's going to forever remain relevant because it's also hit on the idea of solving a problem for people who have the money to pay you. And the concept of freelancing, which I believe everybody is familiar with, but just in case you are not, basically that you learn a skill. Preferably, I would advise you learn a digital skill. And the reason why is because digital skills give you the opportunity to work for businesses and brands in different parts of the world and from the comfort of your home, because they can be done digitally. So you don't have to bother about waking up early in the morning to go out to work and some of the other bottlenecks that might come with a traditional 9-to-5 job. The idea is that you learn a valuable skill and then offer it to people in exchange for money. That's a very simplified explanation of what freelancing is. So we'll move on to the next one. The fourth business model I'm going to be covering is the consulting business model. Now this is specifically going to be profitable if you are an expert in a particular field. Let's say you've worked in the oil and gas industry for the past, 10 to 15 years, thereabout. You would have gathered a lot of knowledge and expertise in that field and that industry that many other people out there don't have. Now that is an opportunity for you, because the ability to start a business where you will stand out. Your expertise in that particular field is a very, very good opportunity, and it's something that you can capitalize on in the year 2026. So basically, the consulting model is all about being able to offer your expertise, which is more or less the knowledge and experience that you've gathered in a particular field, in exchange for money. So you're helping people solve specific problems, usually in that field or related to that field, with the knowledge and the expertise you gathered with many years of trial and error and all of those vanities in that particular field. And so people pay you for clarity, people pay you for your thoughts, people pay you for your expertise, people pay you because you are bringing a level of expertise that they personally do not have. The last business model I'm going to be talking about, which is the 5th business model, is very similar to consulting but with a few distinguishing factors, and that business model is the coaching business model. The coaching business model takes the consulting business model a little bit further. So rather than just sharing your expertise and your knowledge in a particular field, you're actually helping people accomplish a particular result. So you walk them through step by step how they can accomplish that particular result, and then you also in many cases hold them accountable. So the 2 major things that distinguish the coaching business model from the consulting model is you are selling execution and you are selling accountability. A few good examples of this would be LinkedIn visibility program that is run by someone like Alma Wogbu, where she teaches people how to gain visibility using their LinkedIn platforms. And there are several other coaches and instructors that actually use this to help people. So if you are someone who has figured out how to solve a particular problem that a lot of people actually have, one of the things that you can actually do, aside from just teaching people about the problem or sharing your knowledge and expertise in that field, that you can actually share a framework, a step-by-step guide, and then also set accountability. So you can create an accountability system or an accountability accountability platform where they can actually take steps on a regular basis until they accomplish that goal, and then you guide them through the entire process. So like I mentioned before, these 5 business models are business models that have the 2 major things I look out for when defining profitable business opportunities, which is that there is a demand, meaning that there are people that are willing to pay for that particular product or service, and then there's somebody to actually offer the solution or the product or service, which in this case is going to be the supplier. So if you're interested in learning how to get started with any of these business models, there are 2 things I want you to do. The first thing is to go and click the link in the description below and join my community called the Business Growth Club. In this community, I'm going to be sharing a further breakdown of each of these business models and how you can get started with them, and even go and scale your business if you already have a business. And the best part is that it is completely free, so you don't have to pay a dime. All you have to do is to go to the description below and click that link and join the community. You're welcome. Second thing you actually have to do, we're going to be rolling out 5 free courses that teach you how to get started with dropshipping, the agency model, with freelancing, with consulting and coaching. So any of these 5 business models that you're looking to explore, we're going to be rolling out free courses. I call them the Business Starter Pack, and it's going to be available for you for free for a limited time, of course. And I'm going to be making the announcement when these courses are ready in my community. So if you're not already a part of the community, make sure you join using the link in the description below. Now that you know which business models you actually need to look into in the year 2026, the other thing you need to learn is how to actually get customers for this business in the year 2026. And if you want to learn how to actually get customers in the year 2026 for your business, click this link to this video where I break down every single thing you need to know about this. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more amazing and interesting content that's designed to help you win in 2026, and I'll see you in the next one.